and they're off without Chief Mankato and Buy-in. So 20 of them for the Coventry Stakes. A good start made by River Tiber. Well to the fore is Politico over on the far side in company with Packard and Flag of St George. Fandom is going quickly in the near side group in company with Army Ethos, and then Watch My Tracer, Emperor's Son. Sadna is in about 6th or 7th in the group towards the near side. Over on the far side, Give Me the Beat Boys, the dark green and white, Frankie Dettori, followed by Hartem. River Tiber is close up. Tikti Boo and Bobsleigh also over on the far side. The near side Fandom and John Velasquez leading the way to Army Ethos and Holly Doyle. These are then followed by Bucanero Fuerte trying to come into it as well with every chance and moving up nicely. In behind is Watch My Tracer. Give Me the Beat Boys inside the two over on the far side. The near side is Bucanero Fuerte. And as they come now inside the last furlong, Give Me the Beat Boys and River Tiber. Army Ethos towards the centre of the track. Give Me the Beat Boys with a narrow lead to River Tiber. Then Army Ethos, the near side. Give Me the Beat Boys. The near side is Army Ethos. They run close to the finish here. And as they do so, River Tiber has got to the front of the far side. The near side, Army Ethos, River Tiber. And they're off in the St James's Palace Stakes. Both Paddington and also Indestructible got away well from the outside. Chaldean on the inner, the sheepskin noseband prominent with Isaac Shelby and Galaron. The jockey, James McDonald, just looking across to try and tuck in. Mostabshir, Cicero's Gift, Charin and Royal Scotsman, the back four, as Chaldean, the 2,000 guineas winner, leads the way. The violet jacket Indestructible on the outside of Isaac Shelby, William Buick, the old gold sleeves. The pace looks fairly strong. Galaron on the inside. Paddington is just taken back to 5th position, the Irish Guineas hero under Ryan Moore. There's 2 lengths then to the unbeaten Cicero's Gift on the inner of Mostabshir, and the back two, Charin, is on the outside of Royal Scotsman and Jamie Spencer as the field get very close to halfway. Chaldean and Frankie Dettori leading to Indestructible and Kevin Stott. Galler on the inside of Isaac Shelby. Paddington the outside, then Cicero's Gift. On the inside of Mostabshir, Charin the grey is one from last, and Royal Scotsman is last of all as they turn for home inside the 3 in the St James's Palace. And now Chaldean, woken up by Frankie, asked to try and stretch. Indestructible the outside. Paddington, the blue and orange, is now being asked to deliver a challenge, but Chaldean giving generously inside the 2 has seen off Indestructible. But here comes Paddington, bearing down. The 2 guineas winners collide. Paddington overtakes Chaldean, and Paddington takes the lead and goes away. Chaldean in 2nd, Charin is running on in 3rd, but Paddington quite decisively has gone 2.5 lengths clear of Chaldean, and Paddington has done nothing but improve. The Irish Guineas winner comes right away to follow up in the St James's Palace. Paddington the winner, 2nd home Chaldean, Charin ran on, and then Isaac Shelby in 4th.
They're off. Mile and 3/4, just over 1 circuit then. Chillingham, Raymond Tusker, the final 2 into stride, but last year's winner, Get Shirty, in the light blue, is first past the Wheeling Poach this year. Up with him is All Right Sunshine, Vauban, and wide on the course is Postilio, and the blue jacket of Ruling Dynasty is there as well. Sam Cooke, Berkshire Rocco and Kem hard in behind these as they run away to the far side. Absurd a little bit short of room towards the running rail. 5 from the back of the field with Ade and Scriptwriter. Round the outside of that last name pair is Charging Thunder, then Raymond Tusk, and Point King is just at the rear of the field. But it is Vauban, the favourite. Ryan Moore has taken him through to the lead already. Goes on to the yellow colours of Postilio running in 2nd. The best turned out winner, Chillingham, green and yellows, parked up on the outside and very keen. The black and white visor of All Right Sunshine is against the running rail, and the blue jacket of Ruling Dynasties alongside him. Another yellow jacket is Garci. Tom Marquand in the middle of the field. Get Shirty in light blue. Races right up round the outside. Kemhan in the white jacket, light blue cap is next. Sam Cooke in royal blue sleeves behind him as they head towards the final mile. Then Berkshire Rocco in red, followed by the beige of Arde. White and pink of Absurd against the running rail. Point King beginning to make some progress now. James McDonald, dark blue and white. 3 off the fence has passed a couple. He's got Raymond Tusk and Scriptwriter behind him. as Vauban is heading them down then past the halfway stage, leads by around about a length to Postilio running in second. All Right Sunshine is close up behind these, showing in third, then Ruling Dynasty and Chillingham together 4 and 5, Kemhan behind these. Light Blue of Get Shirty is next as they continue their journey towards the final 5 furlongs. Garcia and Sam Cook behind those to Absurd, who's still full of running, a little bit short of room though. Further back is Charging Thunder as they begin the run to the final half mile. Raymond Tusk and Scriptwriter continue to be the last 2, and Point King is only just ahead of those. So they're now moving with a half mile to go, and it is Ryan Moore on Vauban still the leader, pursued by the yellow of Postilio, and then All Right Sunshine, followed by Chillingham round the outside. Ruling Dynasty is 5th, but is hard at work at this stage. Get Shirty making progress towards the extreme right of Berkshire Rocco and Garcia behind this. They follow then by Kemhan as Vauban now is asked to go and win his race by Ryan, and he flashes past the 2 pole with a 3-4 length lead. Second position Postilio, then Kemhan, the white jacket against the running rail. Behind these is Chillingham up on the outside, but it's only a question of how far Vauban is going to win by. He's streets ahead of the others. Vauban has made most with Ryan Moore to win. Kemhan and Absurd, it'll be very tight for second and third places between those. Chillingham was next, and then came Sam Cook and Scriptwriter.
Set to go, and they're off. Racing away, the journey is 1.5 miles here for these fillies for the Group 2 Ribblesdale Stakes, and through the opening furlong Midnight Mile is one of the first ones to show, together with Ferrari Queen, and Lumiere Rock is run up there in the yellow. From that very wide posting, Sea of Roses is also quite prominent and racing quite keenly. Right in behind her is Warm Heart, then Climate Friendly and Village Voice. Alasifa is settled back towards the midfield with Crown Princess in the light blue jacket just in front of her. Then Perfect Prophet and Maman June. Deeper on the circuit then is Red Riding Hood in the purple and white colours. LeMay more towards the inside of Gara in that white jacket. Further behind is Understated, and Russia de Leo and red and white silks is the back marker. It is Ferrari Queen, the grey, that leads narrowly as they head around Swilly Bottom shortly by 3 parts of a length over Warm Heart, who's racing in second. Sea of Roses remains prominent there towards the outside. Midnight Mile continues to track them in 4th position. They're followed around the corner by Climate Friendly and Lumiere Rock. Next is Crown Princess, followed to the inside by Blue Stocking. LeMay isn't far behind her. Then Perfect Prophet. Alasifa trying to make a little bit of ground together with Village Voice as they now travel towards the final 5 furlongs. Understated is still towards the back of the field with Gara. Also right up the back is Red Riding Hood and Maman June, and still last of all is Russia de Leo. They're closing in on the final 1/2 mile of the Ribblesdale, and it's Sea of Roses who now puts it up to Ferrari Queen. A length and a half in behind, that is Warm Heart in the dark blue. Then Climate Friendly wider out from Lumiere Rock and Midnight Mile. Then Blue Stocking, followed then by the light blue of Crown Princess, and they're on the turn back towards home, approaching the final 3 furlongs. Sea of Roses under Oshie Murphy will lead them in from the dark blue of Warm Heart in second. Then Climate Friendly, Crown Princess trying to build up her effort. Here comes Alasifa out wide in the blue and white now. They're racing inside the final 1/4 mile. Warm Heart now just goes on from Sea of Roses and Crown Princess. Alasifa's now shaken up towards the outside, racing inside the final furlong and a half, and it's Warm Heart who leads the way under Ryan Moore from Crown Princess. Running up then is Lumiere Rock, and then Sea of Roses. Alasifa is beaten as they go inside the final half a furlong. It's Warm Heart who's strong to the finish, and Warm Heart will win. Warm Heart has won the Ribblesdale from Lumiere Rock. Crown Princess and Blue Stocking tight there 3rd and 4th. Then Sea of Roses clear from Climate Friendly, LeMay and Alasifa.
They're off for the Duke of Edinburgh Stakes over 1.5 miles. They came away to a pretty good line. Out wide Global Heat with the white cap just taking a while to work over. Likewise Owner Mate Live Your Dream, the blue with the red cap. But they're in fairly handy positions. So too Maxud in the green and yellow, and Stay Well in the yellow and blue. Nose bounded to Messias Fox meanwhile drops in down at the running rail and is tracking Al Nafir in the all blue silk suit. Is another to adopt a prominent position as they run steadily down downhill at the end of a quarter mile and head towards Swinley Bottom, and it's Global Heat who's got to the front and leads up to Live Your Dream out wide, and then Maksud and Al Nafir against the running rail. At the other end of the field, Tyson Fury is the early back marker and is detached. Staywell tracks the leading quartet as they begin to swing right-handed, with Timesius Fox up the running rail in a sheepskin noseband, followed by the grey Haunted Dream, and then HMS President in a white jacket who races back towards midfield. Ajero in the dark blue and yellow is caught fairly wide as they run on down the side of the course and head towards halfway. Okita Sushi is among those held up at this stage, with Amaric down on the inside and a yellow jacket held up. Likewise, White Wolf with the black cap. Akal in a black jacket is towards the rear of the field. Tyson Fury is still right out the back. Morikana in the light blue and pink is also among those held up, with Lucanda in the purple and yellow. They're climbing now, heading towards the last half mile in the Duke of Edinburgh. And up ahead, the white-faced Live Your Dream has moved through to dispute it with Global Heat. Chased into the turn by Maksud in a green jacket. Timesius Fox, the rail, working across to just ahead of him, Al Nafir and Staywell, then HMS President from Ajero. Mayhem Max is back in mid-division, the blue sleeves and cap as they swing for home. And Live Your Dream is the first to commit. He's kicked a couple of lengths clear here. Straightens up in advance of Maksud. Al Nafir, Staywell in the yellow and blue. Out on the right, HMS President. Extreme right, Okita Sushi's keeping on in behind Ajero. The grey Haunted Dream is trying to thread a passage. Live Your Dream is being clawed back. HMS President, white jacket moving through. Here's Ryan Moore over the top on Okita Sushi. Beginning to power home inside the furlong. Okita Sushi. HMS President from the rear. White Wolf is running on with Ajero. Okita Sushi nosing ahead from HMS President. 5 on the week for more. Okita Sushi from HMS President. Live Your Dream. Close fourth, Ajero, Morikana and Mayhem Max.
And they're off and racing for the final race of Royal Ascot 2023. It's the longest race of the season, 2 miles, 5.5 furlongs in front of the runners in the Queen Alexandra Stakes. And the first one to show in the white and black is Cold Tour. That's a little bit wider from the others. Dawn Rising also has a handy early position. The Grand Vizier is close up in the blue and orange. And the black and red of First Emperor's jockey Kieran Fallon completing out the leading 4. Tucked in behind is Stratum in those blue and white silks. More towards the inside in the maroon is Estacas under Billy Loughnane. Further back to Falcon 8 in the purple and yellow silks there for Tom Marquand. And the back 2 towards the inside, Run for Oscar in the mauve silks with the noseband, and in pink and green the filly Typewriter is last of all under Oisin Murphy. And continue the way up the home straight at a very steady gallop. And it's Cold Tour in those white and black silks, who shows narrowly out in front under Jason Hart. To the outside is Dawn Rising under Ryan Moore, who will be leading rider at Royal Ascot 2023. First Emperor tracks through to the inside. Then came the Grand Vizier. He's been placed in this race a couple of times before. Estacas is towards the Grand Vizier's inside. And then Stratum is trying to win this race for the 3rd year in a row. In blue and white silks, he has 3 horses behind at this point. Run for Oscar, Cesarevic winner from last season, sitting there 3rd from back. Second to last, Falcon 8, and the back marker, the filly Typewriter, as they come up by us with a lap to go in the Queen Alexandra Stakes. And it's Cold Tour. Cold Tour who leads the way, make it a length and a half to Dawn Rising, who races towards the outside of First Emperor. They're in 2nd and 3rd. The Grand Vizier is next, and shadowing Estacas throughout, placing in 4th and 5th. Then Stratum, they move yet from him at this early stage. Run for Oscar runs 3 parts of a length behind him. Falcon 8 is still 2nd from back, and Typewriter is the back marker as they make their way inside the final 1.5 miles. It is Cold Tour. Cold Tour's on the front end from Dawn Rising in 2nd. Back in 3rd is First Emperor, always handily positioned. The Grand Vizier is in 4th, have his 2nd run this week at Royal Ascot. Estacas is behind him, then Stratum and Run for Oscar, Falcon 8 and Typewriter. She remains the back marker of the 9-strong field. Inside the final 1.25 miles, and it's Cold Tour. Cold Tour from Dawn Rising to the outer. First Emperor back in 3rd. The Grand Vizier, he's racing in 4th. Estacas is next in 5th. Stratum's another length behind. Behind Stratum is Run for Oscar, Satchely under Jim Crowley. Falconate is still second to last, and Typewriter is still at the back of the field. So on they go towards Swinley Bottom shortly, and it's Coltor. Coltor leads by 1 length over Dawn Rising in second place. That's First Emperor in third. The Grand Vizier, he's still racing in fourth. Then Estacas and Stratum ahead of Run for Oscar, Falconate and Typewriter as they turn to race down the side of the course and head now inside the final 6.5 furlongs. It is Coltor. Coltor leads by a half a length only to Dawn Rising in second as they begin to climb. Back in third is First Emperor. The Grand Vizier is in fourth. Estacas is back in fifth. Then Stratum and Run for Oscar. Falconate and Typewriter at the rear of the field. They're heading now down inside the final 5 furlongs. The pace is beginning to increase slightly. Coltor nudged along in front. Dawn Rising travelling well towards the outside. A length then back to find First Emperor. Followed closely by the Grand Vizier. Stratum still waiting behind rivals in company with Estacas. Run for Oscar is still very much covered up with his run. The nudged along Falconate is second to last as they start to turn towards home, and Typewriter is the back marker. Coltor's under pressure out in front, about to be joined here by Dawn Rising. The Grand Vizier is getting going in the blue and orange. Then came First Emperor. Stratum's hard at it. Run for Oscar is desperately looking for room. He appears to be cruising in behind, but will he get through? They're racing inside the final furlong and a half. It's Dawn Rising. Typewriter has shot through to the inside to go more prominent now. Then the Grand Vizier and Estacas. Run for Oscar is trying to get rolling. Then Stratum. They're inside the final furlong. Dawn Rising trying to tough it out. Here comes the Grand Vizier over the top. Dawn Rising digging in under Ryan Moore. The Grand Vizier trying hard, but it's Dawn Rising to win the Queen Alexandra from the Grand Vizier. Run for Oscar, but unlucky in the run in third. Then Typewriter, Falconate and Estacas followed by Stratum.